catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early. I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On third down, Barkley. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Hey, 43, 15. 15.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it second down and 12.
Here we go.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but half from the spot, actually no gain. So 30. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Play action. It's Burrow. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 21. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run with Barkley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Saquon Barkley with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They go play action with Burrow. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't rule that one in.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
This time they stay on the ground, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones in the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go play fake. Mahomes. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They run middle with Matthews. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's a Packers touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And he is going to come up empty here as they stop him short of the goal line, and this will remain a one-score game as the lead holds at 7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
They run once more with Taylor.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Past the 20. 5. A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that will tie things up at 13. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
From the 10.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Running straight ahead, Taylor fights through it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Going to keep it running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On 3rd down, Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. On the draw is Taylor. Tyson Campbell up to make the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
A 1st down carry for Barkley to about the 26 here.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Barkley, inside handoff. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We are going to do this. We got this.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Up the middle with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Green Bay, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall a game under the